welcome to mediatorpodcast.com, a podcast and video series about mediation, negotiation, and collaboration. My name is Melissa Gragg, and I'm a valuation expert and divorce financial mediator in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm speaking today with Laurie Israel, and she's a national prenuptial agreement mediator, consultant, lawyer, and author of the Generous Prenup, How to Support Your Marriage and Avoid the Pitfalls. She's located in Western Massachusetts and had an office in Boston, has been an attorney for over 35 years. And today we're going to discuss prenups and postnups and who needs them and why. Some of the things that you also talked about is that wealthy families are kind of, and I think that's where I've seen the majority of the prenups is in estate planning or wealth management, where you have wealth that is transferring through the generations that kind of require some sort of prenup. So those are the typical areas that we've seen them, right? And now some in gray divorces as well.
Yes, right. I just like to go back to the wealth people because most wealthy parents have trusts, and the trusts are very protective. So, the question is it really needed when they can actually do these protective discretionary trusts with independent trustees, which they do a lot. And then it gets very tender also because the family, and I've seen this happen, the wealthy family says to their child, you have to have a prenup. And then the two people that are getting married might have been together a really long time. And it it disturbs the couple that's getting married, but it really can offend the other couple's family, parents. And so it sets a really bad dynamic between the two families. I'm just raising these as things that happen sometime. So it's not true that every wealthy family needs to have a prenup, needs to make their child have a prenup, because they can put things in trust, which has its own drawbacks, because if they put things in a very restrictive trust, which might be a dynasty trust that goes from generation to generation, then, it kind of infantilizes their child, who never can really, deal with their own money and rise and fall with their own money, make their own mistakes. And the other problem, another problem about this is having the burden, especially if it's great wealth, having the burden of wealth, which is a burden for people when it is not earned for the generation that didn't earn it, to go from generations to generations. And that disturbs people that are getting married too. There's one other thing I'd like to say about it that raised by what you said, keeping things in the bloodlines. Well, what about, when somebody, their child has died and their child's spouse has several children who are their grandchildren. It's really that important to keep money away from that spouse who's raising the children. Even if the spouse gets married again and has more children, it's still important to not support that mother or father of your grandchildren. So, the whole bloodline thing is something that needs to be thought about.